In 2025, the debate between iPhone and Android remains one of the most discussed and emotionally charged conversations in the world of technology. For years, users have chosen sides, and while both ecosystems have evolved tremendously, the competition is fiercer and more nuanced than ever. Apple continues to build on its legacy of seamless design and integration, while Android, now more diverse and powerful than ever, offers flexibility and features that cater to every type of user. Determining what's really better is no longer about which brand is cooler or which device has more megapixels. It's about understanding how these platforms impact your life, your habits, your privacy, your productivity, and your experience as a digital citizen in 2025. When it comes to design, Apple still holds the crown for sleekness and polish. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, with their ultra-durable titanium bodies, under-display cameras, and nearly bezel-free designs, look more like pieces of luxury than mere devices. Apple's attention to detail remains unmatched, from the click of the buttons to the fluidity of the animations. The devices feel premium, no matter which angle you view them from. Android, on the other hand, has no single face. In 2025, Android comes in many forms, from foldables like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 to ultra-budget options from brands like Xiaomi and Realme. While not every Android phone can match the iPhone's craftsmanship, some, like the Google Pixel 9 Pro or the OnePlus 13 Ultra, are arguably better in terms of form factor innovation, material choices, and user-centric designs. Foldables, rollables, and even transparent-backed Android phones offer experimental takes that Apple still avoids. If you want variety, Android is your playground. If you want refinement, iPhone remains a fortress. Performance is a more complicated category than it once was. Apple's custom silicon, the A19 Bionic chip, is now in its fifth year of outperforming most competitors in single-core tasks. The raw processing power, battery efficiency, and heat management of the latest iPhone continue to be industry benchmarks. But Android has caught up in many ways. Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 and Google's Tensor G4 chips are AI-first processors built to optimize real-time machine learning, camera computation, and power conservation. In many real-world tasks, like live language translation, background noise elimination, or real-time video upscaling, high-end Android phones now go toe-to-toe with the iPhone or surpass it. Benchmarks may still favor Apple in some areas, but the average user is unlikely to notice a meaningful difference during daily use. Instead, experience and feature execution matter more, and this is where opinions begin to diverge. Software experience remains a defining line between the two platforms. iOS 19, now smarter and more customizable than ever, has finally embraced features like split-screen multitasking, AI-generated wallpapers, and interactive widgets. Siri, powered by Apple's private on-device intelligence engine, is significantly improved, able to handle contextual commands, remember preferences, and automate multi-step tasks. Still, iOS maintains a walled garden philosophy. You can't fully change your default apps in some areas, file management is still limited, and app behavior is tightly controlled. For users who prioritize stability, privacy, and consistent UI design, this is a benefit. Everything works together beautifully, from your iPhone to your MacBook to your iPad and Apple Watch. The ecosystem is its own form of luxury, a seamless digital lifestyle. Android 15, meanwhile, offers a world of possibilities. The OS is now deeply integrated with Google's Gemini AI, which brings context-aware assistance across apps, predictive actions, and intelligent screen interactions. Android users can fully customize their home screens, assign custom gestures, and sideload apps if they choose. Google Assistant and Gemini are increasingly conversational, capable of summarizing web pages, booking appointments, translating images, or auto-replying to messages across platforms. Privacy controls have become more robust too. Granular permissions, private compute cores, and open-source scrutiny keep Android honest, even if some still worry about data sharing. For tech-savvy users, power users, or those who value choice over control, Android remains the platform of freedom. Cameras are one of the most heavily marketed features in smartphones, and in 2025, the line between mobile and professional photography is blurrier than ever. The iPhone 17 Pro Max features a quad-lens array with AI-enhanced image processing, real-time light adaptation, and cinematic video stabilization that turns handheld shots into studio-grade footage. Apple's Deep Fusion 2.0, Smart HDR6, and Photonic Engine make capturing stunning photos nearly automatic. Portrait mode is more realistic, night shots are brighter, and video remains unmatched, especially in terms of consistency and color accuracy. Yet Android flagships, like the Samsung Galaxy Ultra series and the Pixel 9 Pro, bring their own magic. Samsung offers a 200MP main sensor, 10x optical zoom, and astrophotography modes that push boundaries. Google's computational photography, enhanced by machine learning, continues to lead in dynamic range and facial rendering. Real-time object removal, AI-guided framing, and multi-frame HDR give Android users incredible creative power. For creators, vloggers, and everyday users, the difference comes down to preference. Do you want plug-and-play perfection, Apple, or deep creative control and bleeding-edge experimentation, Android? Both are excellent. Your choice depends on how you shoot and what you value. Battery life in 2025 is a quieter topic because both ecosystems have improved so dramatically. iPhones now last comfortably over 30 hours on a charge with moderate use, thanks to their A19 chips and software-level optimizations. MagSafe 3.0 offers faster wireless charging and better heat management. Android, particularly on devices like the OnePlus 13 Ultra and Galaxy S25, has introduced 100W fast charging and smart battery analytics that extend battery health over time. Some Androids offer battery packs integrated into cases or solar-assisted charging for outdoor users. While Apple still refuses to go all-in on ultra-fast charging, its consistency and long-term battery performance remain excellent. If you want fast top-ups and customization, Android wins. If you want peace of mind and balanced longevity, Apple delivers. Security and privacy are other core battlefields. Apple continues to make privacy its brand. In 2025, iPhones come with hardware-level app isolation, on-device processing for AI, and new anti-tracking features for both apps and websites. Apple doesn't allow sideloading and restricts app behavior to prevent malware. The trade-off, of course, is control. You get safety, but at the cost of flexibility. Android has made enormous strides here. The Play Store now includes AI-powered app scanning, real-time threat monitoring, and more transparent permission prompts. Google's Private Compute Core ensures that sensitive data, such as voice and facial recognition, never leaves your device. But with openness comes risk. Users who sideload apps or use sketchy third-party sources may still be vulnerable. So again, the difference lies in user type. Do you want a locked vault or a customizable toolkit with safety rails? The ecosystem continues to be one of Apple's biggest strengths. iMessage and FaceTime remain key lock-ins for users. AirDrop, AirPlay, Universal Clipboard, Handoff, and iCloud Plus with Private Relay all work together to create a fluid digital experience. Apple Watch continues to dominate wearables, and MacBooks integrate perfectly with iPhones, creating an almost telepathic level of continuity. Android's ecosystem is more fragmented, but increasingly competitive. Samsung's Galaxy ecosystem, phones, tablets, earbuds, watches, offers continuity across Android devices, and Google's Pixel ecosystem is catching up with features like Nearby Share and cross-device clipboard. However, due to the sheer number of manufacturers, the Android ecosystem is more diverse and less unified. You can build your own custom ecosystem, but it requires more work and compatibility checking. Apple gives you harmony out of the box. Android gives you options and flexibility. When it comes to AI, 2025 has changed the game. Both Apple and Google have embedded generative AI deeply into their devices. Apple's onboard Apple Intelligence is privacy-centric and contextual, able to summarize texts, automate workflows, create emoji and images, and edit photos, all without leaving your device. Android's Gemini AI is more cloud-powered, offering broader integrations and capabilities. You can create content, summarize websites, transcribe meetings, generate visuals, and interact naturally with your assistant across all apps. Apple prioritizes privacy and simplicity. Google prioritizes power and reach. Both approaches are valid and valuable depending on your priorities. In gaming, Android has a larger variety of emulators, custom game controllers, and compatibility with streaming platforms like NVIDIA GeForce Now. Apple has improved in this space, especially with the iPhone 17 Pro's hardware-accelerated ray tracing and partnerships with top gaming studios. But Android still leads in versatility, especially for hardcore mobile gamers. In pricing, Android remains the clear winner in terms of variety. From sub-$200 phones that offer remarkable features to foldables costing over $2,000, Android offers devices at every price point. iPhones remain premium, and although Apple has introduced slightly more affordable SE models, the gap is wide. Apple's value proposition is about long-term software support and ecosystem synergy, while Android's value comes from competitive innovation, rapid adoption of new tech, and price flexibility. So, what's really better in 2025, iPhone or Android? The answer is more personal than ever. If you prioritize consistency, long-term support, top-tier build quality, privacy-first features, and a seamlessly integrated ecosystem, the iPhone is unbeatable. It's ideal for users who want their technology to simply work beautifully, reliably, and securely, with minimal configuration and maximum elegance. On the other hand, if you value customization, diversity of choice, rapid innovation, experimental hardware, and deep integration with Google services and AI, Android remains the most powerful platform available. It's perfect for tinkerers, creatives, and anyone who wants control and flexibility over their digital life. The gap between the two has narrowed in some ways and widened in others. Today's iPhone and Android devices represent not just two types of phones, but two philosophies of digital living. One prioritizes polish, privacy, and simplicity. The other thrives on freedom, innovation, and adaptability. What's better is not a universal truth. It's a reflection of who you are, what you care about, and how you use technology to shape your life.